see you again. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I was talking to a client yesterday, and one of the discussions we had was the tendency of our minds to go negative. And I know that there is this real tendency that we have to punish ourselves when we think negative, as though it's this awful thing that we do, it's this character flaw, it's something that we shouldn't do. And the reality is that we go negative by design. There's actually a very practical reason why our brains tend to go negative, and that reason is survival. Now, imagine what would happen if we were just optimistic all the time. If we thought no matter what would happen, nothing would hurt us. Imagine back in the day when we were cave dwellers. If we went inside of our cave and thought, oh, nothing's going to hurt us, everything's going to work out, everything's going to be fine, we would be chomped up by saber-toothed tigers right and left. Oh, I'm quiet. Thanks for telling me that. Let's change that. Hopefully this is better. This goes to show I forgot my routine. It's how long it's been since I've done one of these. Like I was saying, having a tendency to think negatively about things by default is good for survival. Because if you assume that things might be dangerous, then you have your antennas up for the possibility of danger. So when you leave your cave, you think, okay, I've got to be wary of the fact that there might be some dangerous creature or somebody from a warring tribe that might be out to hurt me. So I need to be aware of these things. But I also need to be aware of the fact there might be some opportunities out there. Opportunities for me to meet new people, discover new things, find new food, things like that. But we can also lose our perspective and lose balance when we err towards the side of negative. Or, in some cases, I can err so much towards the side of optimism that I become naive. And I need to be brought back down to earth a little bit with some realism. So how do you find that balance between the negative and the positive? Especially when you live with ADHD or ASD, where you have the anxiety that compounds the negativity. So it tends to make you spend more time in the negative territory. Well, I'm always on the lookout for these little strategies to help me manage my own tendency and my own negativity, which can really easily drag me towards the negative. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with my situation, I have a lot of health issues. So every day of my life for, say, the past 3 years, I've been in pain to some degree. Today's a pretty good day, so I'm happy so far. My pain is pretty low. But some days my pain can be really severe. I can spend all day feeling like I'm on the verge of throwing up or feeling sick to some degree. And that's pretty much my life, on a scale from 1 to 8 maybe. And I have to go on. I have to find a way to deal with that and combat any kind of negative feelings or thoughts that come along with that. Because I've got kids to raise, I've got clients to take care of, and I have to find a degree of positivity that allows me to continue to show up and be of service to all of them. And do it with sincerity, with authenticity, without putting on a front, so to speak. So how do I do that? I do it with strategies that allow me to authentically counterbalance the negativity. And I'm going to give you 2 simple ones right now. One I do every single day on my Facebook page, which is I begin the day by declaring something I'm grateful for. It just has to be one thing. And it can be something simple. You can start with low-hanging fruit. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful I have a job I can go to. But I encourage you to go deeper. Something that is less tangible. I'm grateful for a close friendship. I'm grateful for the sunshine. Something experiential that requires you to feel it. Because the deeper it goes inside of you, the more primal it is. Because when you're thinking about anxiety, when you're thinking about fear, that is a feeling. When you're thinking about a roof over your head, that's a thought. That's more conceptual. We want to get into your feelings when we're talking about this. Because happiness, sadness, negativity, although negativity is an idea, there's a feeling behind it too. So when you're talking about shifting from negative to positive, get into your emotions. Because I can guarantee you, when you're anxious, you're not just thinking negative thoughts, it's a full body experience. So you want this shift to be something that you really feel, okay? So when you get into gratitude, think about something deeply, something that you can really feel a buzz over. Like this morning, I thought about how grateful I am for people that wake up believing in themselves. So when you think about a moment that you really believed in yourself, how powerful that kind of confidence is, that lights you up. And starting your day with that kind of power is much more of a shift than thinking about the last time you doubted yourself. Imagine starting your day from that position as opposed to, holy crap, I hope I don't look like a fool again today. Just that shift in perspective is a game changer for how you proceed from then on. So how do you maintain that? Here's the second strategy. You count your wins throughout the day. Now, if you are as forgetful as I am, you're going to want to kind of keep a tally as you go. Now, there are some people that might want to wait until the end of the day, and they'll look back upon their day and ask, okay, what did I get done today? And they'll think about all the things they accomplished. I'm not talking about tasks here, like I went to the dry cleaner or I picked up the groceries. I'm thinking about things that moved the needle. Things like, for example, I helped this person feel better about this. Or I did a kind act for that person. Character type things. Things that where you used your gifts, you used your talents. Where your humanity was in play. Those kind of wins. Where the fact that you showed up made a difference. Because if you're talking about task-driven things, maybe 1,000 other people could have done those things. But what are the things that happened because you showed up? Those are the things that you can really take home and own and feel good about. And if you take stock of those things while they're happening, then you can experience them in the moment, in real time. That's why I prefer to honor them while they're happening. And that wave carries you throughout the day. So you just feel positive, 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 positive. Now, it's not to say that things won't happen that take the wind out of your sails. That happens. Life is an ebb and flow. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, because there's two sides to every coin, right? There's sunshine and there's rain. There's up and there's down. Balance. So that's basically it. Those two very straightforward strategies. See, change doesn't have to be hard. There are a lot of people out there that have all of these complicated strategies that will tell you that change has to be painful. And in some cases, it has to be rough. And if it goes really deep, sometimes you have to cry and have catharses to get rid of some of those dragons. But it doesn't all have to be like that. Sometimes it can be gentle. Sometimes it can be little baby steps. But don't be afraid of the dragons either. They're temporary, and you can slay them. So that's it for now. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please ask any questions that you have or make any comments. And by all means, share this with anybody that you think can benefit from it. And remember, no matter what's going on in your life, you're good enough. And until next time, thanks for being you.